A man's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions, but in his relationship with God and with humanity. Hello, good people. This is Stella, your regular host on the Family Enrichment Hub, your center for family learning and for growth. Thank you for keeping it with the hub. Thank you for promoting the content that is shared on this platform. I truly appreciate you. Today, I want to be speaking about the final aspect on this series of hurting people hurt people, and that is they have an excessive love for money, which is beyond the love for people. This category of people have a deep and personal love for money. All their dealings and affairs, they put money as a priority. When in relationship with you, they want you just for the money that you have to offer to them. In other words, they love the present that you give, not the presence that you share with them. So this category of people are actually a hurting lot, because they believe that the most significant aspect of a human being's life and well-being is about money. Allow me to share some of the characteristics, some of the behaviors and tell signs of people who suffer from this aspect of they prefer money to any relationship, they prefer money to anybody. First and foremost, they don't contribute to anything when it comes to the family. Their money is their money. Do not touch it. Do not even talk about it. They will walk away from you when you become broke, when you go jobless. They do not have anything to do with you. And stories abound in this regard that many of us can actually attest to. They put a lot of emphasis, their interest, their conversations, their talk with you is just about money. It is rarely and never building the relationship and moving yourselves from one level to another. When it comes to children within the relationship, children would rather sit home even when they have money, which they can help supporting the children to be able to go to school. They do not put their money into the well-being of their own children. They don't want you to build in your rural home for the men. Why? Because when you build in your rural home, they look at that money as an outflow, which ideally is supposed to be an inflow to them. That category of people usually have secret bank accounts and secret money transactions, which their partners are not supposed to get to know about. They usually will pressure you to stop supporting the people that they found you supporting before you started to live together as a family. Why? Because they look at these people as competition for your money. And yet for them, their purpose, their agenda, their motive is to collect as much money as possible from the relationship. That category of people, they cannot bail you out when you're in a certain kind of mess that needs money. Even if it means you going to prison, you rather go to prison. But when they've not committed their money, because anything that speaks of outflows for them is totally unacceptable. That's a characteristic of hurting people. They don't care about your extended relations, because extended relations are actually an outflow of money and not an inflow. Even when they use you to go abroad, they will totally cut off communication with you immediately they succeed, and they will not bother to send anything to you. They do not want anything to do with you the moment they go abroad, because they have gotten a better cash cow which is going to fund and facilitate their lives. They want to be associated with big names, because big names exude money. There are opportunities to make money that come with big names. They don't want you to associate in any way with your roots, with your village, with your ancestry, because that is an outflow of money and not an inflow to themselves. They easily compromise and cheapen themselves just for the sake of making money. They will do anything disgusting, anything degrading, anything that dishonors them just for the sake of making the money. They can kill you just for your money. We've all seen so many stories within our society of people who have done this just so they can inherit the property, the wealth, and the money of the partner that they have killed. This category of people many times are the two-thirds. They can go to the extent of having multiple partners just so they can have so many sources of income inflows for themselves. They use people to get money. They are callous, they are cold, they are heartless. They don't have any feelings for anybody. All they care about, their language which they speak and understand, is money and more money. Relationships for them are a project which must end with a hefty account on their part. And because of that, they actually have a traumatic money history. They have grown up in a situation of poverty, of scarcity, and lack. And so that drives their emotions where money is concerned. It is so strong that they will do whatever not to repeat the cycle of poverty and lack. And so that pushes them to get loaded spouses, loaded partners, and people who show signs of having some good money, which can actually support them. Whoever loves money excessively will never be satisfied. This is what the scriptures teach us in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5 and verse 10. We are also told that the excessive love of money is the root cause of all evil. You cannot love God and money in equal measure. Besides money, it's important for us to appreciate that we can actually build legacies regarding honesty in the aspects of integrity, like the scripture rightly teaches us that it's better to have a good name than great riches. So if this speaks to you, you need to find healing for yourself. You need to correct your traumatic past. You need to confront where your pains, where your hurts with money actually originate from. That has pushed you to a place where you prefer money to people. You prefer money to building relationships. If that speaks to you, take the effort to help yourself, make yourself a better person so that you can be able to build a good family. You can be able to be somebody who can be loved and trusted for who you are and not just for the money. Allow me to conclude with this. The best investment that you can ever make is in yourself, not in running after other people's money. The world owes you nothing, even if you grow up in a situation of poverty, of scarcity, and lack. Your healing will release you from the prison that you are in. Thank you, friends, for listening in. Kindly share widely, for I believe that this is how we shall truly transform our society through the family. God bless you. Catch you in 2 weeks' time again. Bye.